Hello friends, today we are going to explain about I am going to explain about first experiment. We will see the first experiment construction circuit diagram. Okay, so this is the first experiment number 1. Okay, so full wave rectifier with and without filter. Full wave rectifier with and without filter. So first, what is the rectifier? Rectifier means it converts AC signal into pulsating DC. Okay, so when you connect the filter section, so we can remove the somewhat AC component. Okay, so that is called with filter, right? So the circuit we are seeing now, this circuit is without filter circuit. Okay, so what is the purpose why we are converting AC signal into DC means the most of the electronic equipment they run with the DC voltage. Okay, so from the power plant we are getting the AC voltage. Okay, we have to convert DC voltage to run the suppose electronic equipment. Okay, right, sir, right. So we are giving here 230 volts with 50 hertz frequency, and we are using a transformer. So here we are using transformer, step down transformer we are using. Okay, so this one is the step down transformer, and center tapped suppose the transformer we are using. Okay, so here plus voltage, this one is a ground, and here negative voltage. That means the signal start like this, and here the signal start out of phase. Okay, so in this experiment based on this turns ratio, it will convert primary voltage to secondary voltage. Okay, let us assume the secondary voltage is peak to peak, the signal 12 volts, 11 volts per suppose. Okay, 11 volts the secondary voltage we are giving to the full wave rectifier. Okay, full wave rectifier, the signal here, the sine signal having peak to peak voltage 11 volts, and here this signal having the minus 11 volts. Okay, so whenever we are giving the signal for a positive cycle, D1 diode forward bias, D2 diode reverse bias, D2 diode reverse bias. Okay, now this diode is conducting, and the IL current flowing through the load resistor. Okay, and the purpose of voltage we connected here to measure the regulation. Okay, to measure the regulation. Okay, so regulation, percentage of regulation, how much is with respect to load, how much suppose the output is varying. Okay, so V full no load, V no load minus V full load by V full load into 100. Okay, that is we need to measure. That's why we connected here voltmeter. Okay, and the load resistor, it may be a variable resistor, but I am fixing here it is a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, 1 kilo ohm resistor, right? So we are giving input voltage like a peak to peak 11 voltage, and we are getting the approximately, suppose we are getting the output is 5.5 volts we are getting output. Okay, so already we discussed about the theory of this experiment, this topic. So now whenever we are giving the input voltage transformer, based on the turns ratio, it will generate the secondary voltage. Secondary voltage we are giving 11 volts to the full wave rectifier. This D1 and D2 diode conducting for every half cycle. Okay, every half cycle it is conducting. Okay, that's why suppose we are getting the output for positive half cycle, D1 diode forward bias, for negative half cycle the D2 diode forward bias. Okay, so like this you will get output. Okay, so measure here, take the Vm. Okay, calculate the Vm. Okay, we can observe this kind of output in CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. So from that we can calculate the Vm. Okay, if we take the Vm, this substitute in formula, we know the DC voltage, VDC voltage 2 Vm by pi, and VRMS formula Vm by root 2. So we will get the values here. Okay, we will get the values, and ripple factor will get, if you substitute these two values here, and you will get the ripple factor. Then next efficiency. Okay, efficiency nearly about will get the 80% efficiency, and this one ripple factor will get 0.4. Okay. So like this we can calculate. Okay, so this is the next. Here we are getting the more number of ripple factors. So to remove this ripple, we are going for the filter section. Okay, so filter means we are connecting here RC component, C component, or L component we can connect. Okay, which these two are acting filter. So we connected here capacitor. Okay, that is the suppose the 100 microfarad. Okay, so this is the filter section with filter output, with filter circuit diagram, with filter circuit diagram. That means when you place the filter components, that circuit becomes the filter. Okay, so this output, whatever we are getting the without filter output, without rectifier, without filter output, we are giving to the this C section filter, so that for a positive maximum voltage, the capacitor start charging. Okay, when the voltage is decreases, capacitor start discharging. Okay, for this case here we have to note down this. It look like a triangle wave. Okay, we have to note down this amplitude, and just we substitute here the aim of this filter section. We have to remove the unwanted component. That is nothing but AC component we have to remove. Okay, AC component we have to remove, right? So after connecting the filter section, what is the ripple factor? That is we have to find out. Okay, so take this amplitude and substitute here VRMS. So this amplitude is substitute here, and you will get the VRMS value. Okay, and this one is the practical theoretical ripple factor. Okay, theoretical ripple factor, this one. So F is nothing but 50 hertz, and C is 100 microfarad, and RL is 1 kilo. Okay, you will get the theoretical ripple factor for this. Okay, now see the practical session. Okay, so this one is the CRO. Okay, so cathode ray oscilloscope. Cathode ray oscilloscope. Cathode ray oscilloscope, this one. Okay, now you are seeing here the input voltage. This one is the input voltage. So how to measure the amplitude of this signal? How to measure the amplitude of this signal means this is the sine signal. Okay, so generally the CRO contains 4 blocks. Okay, one is the display, second one is trigger, and a horizontal section and vertical section. Okay, so here the CRO is meant for to see the physical quantity of your signal. Okay, so in this CRO we have to measure the input voltage. Okay, so first this is the input voltage. So how to calculate this input voltage means for voltage formula, number of vertical cycle multiplied with volts per division. So it is connected to the channel 2. Okay, it was connected to the channel 2. Okay, this one is the channel 2, and here you can see so there are boxes will be there. So it touching here. So from this you have to count from this box to this box. So from here to here 1 volts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 point something. Okay, 6.2. 6.2 into here there is a notch will be there, volt for division. Okay, number of vertical cycle multiplied with volts per division. So it is indicating here 2. Okay, so 6 into 2, 12 volts approximately. Your input voltage is 12 volts. Okay, so output voltage, what is the suppose expected output voltage means expected output voltage, the cycle only one cycle conducting, that means full cycle conducting, but we are getting the one we have to calculate the one peak amplitude, so that we can suppose calculate the all the parameters, ripple factor, efficiency, VDC, VRMS, this all factor we can calculate. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. So I connected here like this. Okay, this one is the circuit diagram. Okay, circuit I connected like this. Okay, so I am giving input voltage from the this transformer. Inside there is a transformer will be there. Okay, from this 2 voltages plus minus. Okay, these 2 voltage I connected to the center tapped full wave rectifier. This is a center tapped full wave rectifier, and I am taking here output. This output I am giving to the, suppose here the variable resistor will be there. Okay, variable resistor, and to measure the regulation we connected here voltmeter. Okay, so so voltmeter, in place of voltmeter I can connect here multimeter. Okay, so multimeter I can connect like this, plus VCC, plus here, and minus and plus ground. Okay, so now you can see the output. This is your full wave rectifier output. Okay, without filter output. So here we have to note down the this amplitude voltage. So box from here to here 1 volts, 2, 3 into 2, 6 volts we are getting the output. Okay, so in place of Vm you just substitute plus 6 volts. Okay, so that you can calculate the VDC and VRMS and ripple factor efficiency. Okay, ripple factor efficiency we can calculate. Okay, so if you connect the, suppose the same, if you connect to the filter section, so we are not getting the pure DC here, we are not getting the pure DC. So if you connect this one capacitor, so here there is a capacitor here. Okay, so I can connect this one to DC mode. So now you are seeing now it's look like a DC, but in this DC there are AC components will be there. So to see the AC component, just shift in AC mode and reduce the amplitude. Okay, so these are the AC components present in a filter output. Okay, so here you just note down the, take this amplitude range and substitute in formula. Okay, so that you will get the how much suppose the ripple factor there. Okay, how much AC component present in a filter section. Okay, so this is the with filter output and with filter output this one. So to see this amplitude, okay, to see this amplitude you just adjust in AC mode. Okay, AC mode. So this one is a channel shifting AC DC. Okay, so that we can measure the amplitude of with filter. So which is you are observing in the expected graph. Okay, so this is about your experiment. Okay, this is about your experiment. Okay, the only thing is you have to give the supply, okay, from the trainer kit. Okay, so there are two positive supplies, one positive and one negative supply there. Okay, plus 11 volts and minus 11 volts. The two minus 11 volts we have to connect to the two position of diode anode position. Okay, then we have to make this short to diode. Next this rectifier output we are suppose the current we have to give to the suppose this load. Okay, so here we can calculate the regulation. Okay, with load, without load. When your resistor present in circuit, that is the full load. When resistor is not present the circuit, no load. Okay, so you can see here, see when no load is there, okay, no load is there, nothing but there is a more number of fluctuation will be there, right? More number of fluctuation. When load is present here, what happened? When load is present, there is a regulation less. Okay, so this is about your experiment. So now I will tell you what is the suppose readings. Okay, you just note down that readings and complete in your OB. Okay, observation. Okay, so you see now input voltage, the peak to peak 12 volts input, and we are getting peak to peak 12 volts, and this peak we are getting approximately 6 volts. Okay, that means we are getting approximately, because load we connected and the secondary transformer resistance will be there, and this diode resistance will be there, some energy will be consumed. So consider 5.6. Okay, so your VM is 5.6 volts. Okay, your VM is 5.6 volts, and substitute this here, you will get the this values. Okay, and you will get the suppose efficiency, ripple factor. Okay, and no load, full load. No load, how much you are getting means, suppose no load, you can observe 10.59. Okay, and V no load, V full load, you can observe 9.58. Okay, that is for without filter. So you substitute here, you will get the regulation. VRMS, nothing but this amplitude. This amplitude you will get. This amplitude you can see this amplitude 0.4 volts. Okay, so substitute here 0.4 volts, and you will get the VRMS of this with filter output, and this one is the regulation theoretical calculation. Okay, so this is about your full wave rectifier with and without filter, with and without filter. Okay.